Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to JPTV, and welcome to the PSGL F3 Championship. And we are at Singapore this evening for round 9. So tonight, and two more races left of the season, which is Brazil and Abu Dhabi, the last race of the season. I'll give you a quick update on the championship standings, as I usually do. And as always, I'll just go for the top 10 for the time being. So we have Matt on 3 2, yeah, just going to go Matt, 62 points. And only 2 points behind him is Boogster. Then you've got J Tex in the Red Bull on 44 points, so a bit of a gap there between second and third. We have Ash Keller in fourth place in 42 points. Powder in fifth with 40. And then, yeah, it's quite close. You've got Bugatti with 39. Grangebeer with 37. Then Vic Rogue is still in 8th place, but you've obviously left the league now. There's Panda, and then on to podium, rounding up the top 10. So I'll go on to the constructors now. Yeah, I knew that, okay. I was just waiting a minute. Yeah, Ferrari pretty much got a big gap they have now between themselves and Sauber. Um, and then you got Toros in third place, which is Sophie and Alienware. Reese and Boogster in the Mercedes in fourth place, and it's onto the podium and Drebe in the Renault. Sixth place is Panda Bugatti. Red Bull, which is JTEX, has its AMD and Grangebeer, forcing to have no drivers, and Tom Killer propping up the table in the Sol Williams. So yeah, that is the table. Yeah, that's that. Obviously we've had a few races already this week, and at some point we've all had rain in the races during the races. So that could be interesting for tonight. And yeah, but it's going to be interesting for pad users this evening because yeah, if you're using pad at this track, you do have you are going to have a problem with tire temps. Don't ask me why. I can't explain it to you because I don't really know. But yeah, tire temps are a massive issue for anyone who's using pad. So that is something they're going to have to manage during the race and strategy for them. Um, yeah, it should be an interesting race. But yeah, as I say, anyone who's using the wheel will have the advantage going in tonight. No, Chillo, I've got a cold, and I've been up since 4:30 this morning anyway to watch the boxing this morning. So yeah, I'm not feeling great. And it didn't help that my co-commentator decided he wanted to play foot champs instead of commentating me. But anyway, I shall soldier on. I didn't actually see how many there was in the lobby. I think there's 14, I believe. So yeah, always happens at every season. 13, and every season you're starting to get people dropping out because the season's not going well for them. So yeah, it is what it is, and it's raining during qualifying. So it looks like intermediate conditions. I appreciate if nobody was to give me any weather insights for the race. I would like to be surprised when it comes. So yeah, I'm guessing everyone is going to be on the intermediate tyres. Yes, they are. So yeah, if it at least if it does rain during the race, that's true. I was just going to say if it does rain during the race, it kind of levels out the playing field as the tire temps is not really a massive issue if it's in wet conditions. So two McLarens out. Panda will be the first one to do a lap, I think. So I will stick on board with him for the time being. Yeah, I've got no idea who runs pad or wheel in this league. I do know Bugatti um, does use pad. He will have a slight advantage that he's already done one race this week in FP, which he didn't, which is DNF, but he has got some experience. So yeah, but he hasn't got to worry about that in a minute. Or he's going to be close to the wall there though, because it is raining. Don't know whether it's going to stay raining the whole session or whether it's going to dry up. But I suppose if it's going to rain the whole session, otherwise people will just stay in the pits. So yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be rain affected during the 16 minutes remaining. You get to bear with me, guys, when I go through something like that, because A, I'm ill, and I'm useless at corner names anyway. So I'm in the one part of track on this on here. That's the Anderson Bridge. So yeah, and I'm using the final sector now. And the old, I don't know where that is. He's tapped the wall. That's not a great start, but anyway, he's about to start his first flying lap. It's not a great start to the lap, I have to say, but anyway, it goes down to turn 1 now. Goes to the inside, clips the apex. Don't want to, a bit scuffy there. It doesn't want to take too much. What's the course thing was the. Okay, yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah. Yeah. So Pounder now heading down what would be the DRS straight, but obviously no DRS and wet conditions. And he takes a left-hand turn, followed by right, but it looks like he's hitting the curbs. Obviously, don't want to hit those too hard, but it looks okay in a minute. The second sector is a lot better than the first, well, at the beginning of the lap. But they knew that it is, yeah. Yeah, I hate this corner. I absolutely hate it. But this is where the Anderson Bridge is, obviously. Yeah, if you didn't get a good exit out here, you're going to be, you're going to be in trouble with anyone following close behind you. But yeah, he's looks like a reasonable lap. And he comes through the tight tunnel section. I don't know if that's what you call it, but that's what I'm going to call it for tonight's purpose. And yeah, he's in the final sector now. Very easy to invalidate your lap here, but I don't think he's got any issues there. And yeah, he's heading up to the final corner. Very close to the wall, has to be said. And hits that inside curve and heads to the outside. Careful to invalidate, and he obviously goes pole with 1:52.3. And let's see if the I don't know where Bugatti must have backed off. I said Bugatti's in an outlap, so he must have come back into the pits. Yeah, so Boogster's going pole position 151 onto the podium 152. Powell's on 153, as is JTEX. So let's see him going forward. Mac Championship leader. We've come up to the final sector now. That could be in validation, but I might go away with it. But he's banded the wall there slightly, and a little bit scruffy. So yeah. Oh, that could be in validation as well. Took it way too much curb out, and that is definitely in validation. I'd be surprised if this is a lap. But let's go forward with the Retrex. I can't even pronounce that. Oh my god, my eyes are hurting. Anyway, yeah, that's not a qualifying lap. AMD is then. Let's see if I can find someone who's going to put in a lap for us in the Haas. So yeah, it looks like he's on a pretty quick lap. As you get the flag in sector 3, I'm going Norback per second. Doesn't like anyone's retired so far. Still, and J Bay goes fast as 1:59. Oh, 1:50.9, so I say. Oh, MD Bay struck it there. Yeah, it's not going to be a quick lap, unfortunately. But he would be the last one to do a lap, I think, before people go back to the pits and start another lap. Although Bugatti will, that must be an invalidation. Like I say, I think it's way too much go out of it. Bugatti must have caused a yellow flag because oh yeah, because he's come back into the pits. A bit confusing that was. Yeah, so let's see what AMD is going to do. I'm sure this has been invalidated. Oh no, I looked it was way too much curve in one of those corners, but it's gone through. He's in P7 in a minute. Remco is 201st race, 154.1. P8 in a minute, and his teammate is in P9. That's not great from JTEX there. You expect him to be towards the front of the grid, but suffering at a minute. But I've just noticed that Matt has gone PT on 1:51.6, so Ray at 50.9 is looking very impressive at the minute. It doesn't look like it's raining that hard on us. Maybe we're going to get some dry running in towards the end of the session. Still just gone 10 minutes. And I don't think we've got any hash. Oh no! Oh yeah, unfortunately, that's the end of that quick lap. Lost it coming out of that corner and hit the wall. Yeah, he's going to have to come back into the pits, I believe. So yeah, that's the end of his lap, unfortunately. So Reese is on the lap, and so is Boogstar. I'm just trying to think who's. Oh, well, but Sophie is on the. Oh no. Yeah, she's on. Well, she hasn't come out yet, so. Yeah, I think there's going to be some dry running there, because Sophie has put some soft tyres on. Whether she'll come out or not, I don't know. Hello, Remco. Well, let's go and ball with Sophie for a time being, because she is out on a set of softs. And onto the podium is on the set of ultra soft, so thanks for him. I was back last week, but yeah, thank you anyway. No, it looks like she's going to be struggling, but this is only the out lap, so it might be quicker when she begins her first flying lap. But Remco's got put on a set of hypersofts on. That's interesting. So yeah, it looks like the rain is completely stopped now. So yeah, it looks like we're going to see some lot quicker times coming in the next few minutes. And Bugatti opting for those soft tyres as well. So I'm only hazarding a guess that if they're running the soft tyres, there may be some rain during the race. Who knows? But anyway. So yeah, Robert Sophie, if she can put a decent lap in here, she will go, presumably go pole with this lap. She will be the first one to set a lap on the dry tyres. But how dry is the track? That's a question. But anyway, she begins a flying lap. Well, yes, but you're going to have to run two different compounds AMS, so yeah. Yeah, he's if you look on the left hand side there, AMS, he's actually in P10 on an outlap. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so Robert Soapy now has yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure what that was, but I'm going to stand board. I think Soapy is not quite there, I don't think. But I think this will be a quicker lap, but I don't think it will be the quickest lap. Thanks, Raymond. I thought it had been. She's got traffic in front of her, but I believe that is the Red Bull of Remco. So J Bates still on par with 150.9. He's still got those intermediates on, so he's biding his time. Maybe he's waiting for a track to be at his best before he comes out again. Will Remco be able to get the way in time before Sophie completes his lap? But what will this be? It's not been the cleanest of laps, I have to say, and she looks like she's scrubbing out the corners. And what will she do? Oh, well, that's interesting. I believe onto the podium was set of that. This looks like it's an out lap, so I'm going to try and find. Yeah, well, okay, I'm going to go and board with Remco then. It looks like, yeah, obviously, but everyone's selected the dry tyres all of them selected the dry tyres at the minute. But it's probably still a little bit damp on track. Oh no! Oh dear, that's a catastrophe. So he is the only person that on track at the minute. Everyone else is in the pit lane. So I imagine he'll go back into the pits now. I just want to say thank you to all of those who've joined the stream so far. I'll be doing F2 tomorrow Friday because Newcastle are not playing tomorrow, so yeah. So just over 3.5 minutes now left in the session, so not a huge amount of time left, but still enough time for people to come out and do a lap or two. So I think A and D will be the first one to set a lap on the dry tyres, or to complete a lap. This is only the hour lap, but I'll stay on board with them for the time being. Retrex for pole was a goal prediction. So looking on the left hand side of the screen there, that everyone has fitted the ultra softs at the minute, except of the bottom two there, the Gatti on the softs and Reese on the hyper softs. But they are still in the pit lane, so they've got time to change their minds. And we're going to set a lap yet. That the gate has just come out and done his out lap now, doing his out lap now. But MD's still in his out lap. He will be the first one to complete a lap on the dry tyres, on the ultra soft dry tyres. They say they'll go about 12 laps in the race, but I'm not sure that they will, to be honest. depending on your driving style, I suppose. You can do certain things to negate the tyre temps and the tyre degradation, which is just lower the differential and maybe adjust some of the tyre pressures. But I think at the end of the day, it's not going to make that huge amount of difference. It would depend more on the driving style, really, how well you manage your tyre temps. But anyway, yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. I'm not sure that's for, but I'm still going to stay on board with AMD. Currently P8 at the minute. I don't know if you're still watching Frame, but that boxing this morning, that was rigged as anything. I couldn't believe it when I saw the scores come up. That is a travesty. But anyway, AMD in the final set has got a little bit of traffic in front of him, but hopefully he gets out of the way. Yeah, no problems for him. There's more yellow flags coming up. He is in this sector. That might be just Booster jumping out of the way. I'm not sure, but that could be an invalidation. Took a lot of curb there. But it comes down to the final corner now. There goes Pole, obviously, 1:39, is it? Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. Stephen Ball. Oh, Panda's gone pole. Quad session's over, so who is... must have, I don't know if he... I'll try and find someone on that. Oh, Retch's gone pole for the time being. I'm trying to see people come towards the end of the lap. Yeah, Dre Bay coming towards the end of his lap now. P4. Oh no, he stays there. Onto the podium now, P7. Goes P2. Great lap onto the podium there. Oh, Matt, currently P7. That's a disaster for him. What's happened to him? Howdy now. Currently in P9. But Sophie was in P3. I missed that, so she's gone to third place. Yeah, Powdy P4. So Boogster. I think it's a car front there. I'm going to stand forward Boogster. That's a Red Bull, I believe. Oh my goodness, not. Christ, Boogster goes P2. Where did Bugatti go? Bugatti only qualified P8, so that is the session done, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. That is your grid for tonight. Panda on pole position. I saw Retcher's got a pole, but Panda obviously, yeah, Panda. Okay, yeah, I know what's happened. Yeah, so Panda got pole, Retcher's P2, Boogster P3, Remco P4 onto the podium. He was in second place for a short time. There's in P5, Robert Sophie in P6, Powder P7, Bugatti P8, AMD P9, and Dreve. Oh, that's got hurt. He was in pole position for half of this session, but he's in P10. And then Matt, I didn't see who it was now, but Matt is a championship leader down in P11. So, given the nature of his track, turn 1 will be very interesting. It's always 1 and 2 collisions in the first couple of corners around this track. Yeah, JTEX, he was down there as well, didn't he? Yeah. So, That's unfortunate for those drivers, but gives opportunity for the rest of the field to capitalise. I hope it isn't a rep race because I could really do with going to bed, to be honest. Hello, Louise, and congratulations on your victory last night. I probably would have won that, but I lagged out, so yeah, that sucks. But anyway, Drain validates, he sucks. Yeah, okay. So, it's the formation lap. Bit interesting in this formation lap because usually they use it to warm up the tyres, but if you want a pad, that's the opposite of what you want to do. But yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if they can all manage to complete the formation lap, as a lot of drivers tend to run to the back of each other and end up back on the starting grid. So yeah, Panda obviously got that lap in before. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know who uses pad. Who uses the only person I know who uses pad is Bugatti. That's the only person I know. Yeah, so as I was saying, Panda obviously he was the last person to cross the line before the time ran out, so that's why he was able to get another lap in. Remco has been disqualified in his 201st start of his PSGL career. So I would just say that actually I only ran through the top 10 of the driving standings, but anyone in the top 15 can win it, although to say a number of those people have left the league already. But if they were still in the league, they would have a mathematical chance of winning the championship, as there's 48 points still to play for in the rest of the season. And actually, Remco was the only driver to be disqualified. But I suppose it's a lot easier when you don't have as many cars on the grid. So again, want to apologise for my lack of enthusiasm for tonight. I've been up for well over 15 hours now, and I'm pretty ill at the minute, to be honest. But yeah, I will carry on. It's 1 for 5 red lights, and we're underway here at Singapore, and it looks like it's a decent start from Panda, but can he come off inside? Rectrix already challenging the turn 1 already, and he's got it. He's leading this race already, and it was a superb move down to turn 1. Panda caught him napping there, but Boogster and onto the podium battling for P3 and P4. But Boogster looks like he's got that for the time being. Looks like it all got away pretty nicely. No one's had any accidents as far as I can tell. I haven't seen any carbon fibre fly up anywhere. But yeah, Bugatti getting very close to the back of the Renault of Drebe. But yeah, great start from Rectrex though, up front. Yeah, caught Panda napping, as I said, down into turn 1. It looked like Panda's initial getaway was okay, but yeah, just yeah, maybe broke a bit too early for the corner. But Booster into P3 now, and onto the podium in P4. Remco in P5, Pauli P6, very much safe in P7, Rebe P8. Oh, JTEX almost coming in the back of the Renault there in P9. ND running up top 10. You've got Reese and Bugatti has dropped down to P12, so I don't know if he's got any wind damage or not. And Matt close together on track for these guys. They had a bit of a come together back in France, so they're very close together at the minute. But yeah, championship leader down in P13. Yes, sorry, frame. I was getting carried away there. So yeah, as you can see, the top 8 all on the super ultra soft tires. Sorry, Bugatti's obviously got issues there. He looks like he might have to pit for a new wing, as Rectix does the fastest lap of the race, obviously. And JTEX is the top runner with the soft tyres out in P9. Yeah, Bugatti is pitted, yeah. So, yeah. So we've got Bugatti. Oh no, he's retired already. Oh dear. I mean, I don't know if Bugatti, if he's still listening to this, you can come in the commentary box, you might as well if you want. So Bugatti, Reese and Matt, only on the on the soft tyres. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, and Rectrex, obviously great pace at this early stage of the race. He's got a 1.5 second lead already. Oh dear, Alfie, oh dear. I don't know if I can. No, I can't. Or can I? No, I can't. So, unfortunately. Yeah, but Boogster is keeping Panda honest here actually for second place. Is starting to pull away from onto the podium slightly. All right, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I won't be 2 seconds. Okay, don't think there's going to be any changes so far, but Rectus is the fastest lap of the race and onto the podium actually has managed to caught back up to the back of Boogster now, so I don't know if Panda is just slowing everyone down in a minute, and we were joined by the first retirement of a race, Bugatti. Perhaps you can tell us, although no, sorry, Boogster is making a move down to the second place. And he forces Panda out wide there, but no, he's got that second place nailed already. So yeah, moves up into P2, and he's under threat now from the runner up onto the podium as well. Yeah, so Bugatti, perhaps you can tell us what happened to you in the very early stages of this Grand Prix.
Well, I was on the soft, so I wasn't expecting to be the fastest off the line. So I did lose a couple of positions. And then coming into the Singapore sling section, or what used to be Singapore sling, AMDs went up the inside and pushed me to the wall, so yeah, I decided to play the game.
That's unfortunate. Didn't want to hang out in case there might have been a safety car.
It's F1 2018, you don't get safety cars.
No. Onto the podium there, making a move. Past Panda there, but had to cut a sizable part of the track to get that move done. But no, yeah, Panda's still maintaining that third place. There's a great battle between Panda, J-Bay, and Robot Sophia and JTEX. There's a four-way battle for P5. Oh, and J-Bay looking on the inside of Powdy, and yeah, he moves up into P5. So a great move by J-Bay there.
AMD in the pits.
Oh, well, he's obviously got wing damage. That's unfortunate for him. And what tyres will he go on? He's going to go on the soft tyres.
Onto the podium, going past Panda. Around the outside.
Yeah, around the outside. So that's a good move by onto the podium.
Oh.
So it's a Renault 3 and 5 at the minute. So great result for the constructors. So yeah, Panda obviously struggling at this stage of the race. Maybe he's struggling with tire temps already. Who knows?
But Matt has damage.
Yeah, and Robot Sophie's actually got past Powdy, so Powdy under pressure now from JTEX as well. So yeah, they dropped Matt by 3 and a bit seconds. So yeah, I think Matt could well be struggling with some wing damage, but it looks like he's going to hang it out until his first pit stop. And Powdy's lost another position as well, so Powdy dropping positions left, right and centre.
Dre just got past Panda.
Oh yeah, God, I don't know what's happening with Panda. He's gone from first to fifth in 4 laps. Terrible from the McLaren driver, your teammate. And he's under pressure now from Robert Sophie. Yeah, Panda's struggling in the corners.
Oh, slow.
And obviously Sophie's going to have DRS. She's going to make a move down to turn 1. No thinks better of it.
Retrax is running away with this race. Is it 3.5 seconds in 5 laps?
Yeah, I know. That's amazing pace.
I think he's on pad as well.
Yeah, well, that's even more impressive. So I was saying Bugatti at the start of the race. Oh, sorry, Sophie's going to make a move down, possibly. No, gone on the curb slightly, but JTEX is behind.
Jay on Sophie.
Oh, JTEX, the ever opportunistic driver of JTEX getting past Sophie while she's going for a move for Panda. And yeah, JTEX capitalising on that situation there, and he's going to look into get past the McLaren himself. I was just saying, how long do you reckon these Ultrasoft will go?
No quick I've done 0 lots of practice.
Oh, and Panda's struggling big time. Yeah, JTEX all over the back of him now. Might go down the inside. Yes, and does so. Yeah, Panda struggling big time. Only on lap 5 of this race. I mean, my tyre wear is not great, but even I wasn't as bad when I had the Ultrasoft tyres on. Yeah, so yeah, Robert Sophie very close behind Panda, and she's dragging Powder along with her. And Matt's quite up to the back of these guys, so I think Panda, where is this Formula train for everyone?
Oh, Panda almost went into the wall.
Oh, Reese has had to pit. Reese has had to pit. Don't know what's happened to him.
Can't get the inside. Can't quite make it stick. I don't think Panda's going to be able to hold on to this down this straight. I think we'll definitely see Sophie get past, whether or not we'll see any more overtake. Yeah, Matt goes to move on Paladin as well. Sophie slides by Panda and Matt by Paladin.
Yeah.
Massive battle going on for P, was it 6?
Yeah, unfortunately I missed the move from Matt on Powdy, but yeah, he's going to be the next one who's going to try and get past Panda. So yeah, Panda, you wouldn't believe he started on pole position. He's down in P7. Nice aerial shot here from the skies above Singapore racetrack. So yeah, Panda just cannot live with the guys in front, and he's going to be a sitting duck for, I think, for Matt and Powdy. He's going to end up in P9 by the end of lap 6.
Oh, Remcon dead.
Unfortunately, I missed that. I might go on board with AMD, see where I can find his crash. His crash there. I'm not sure how you can do that, but
that looks very suspect from my camera view. It looked like just flat out that his wheels come off, he's gone across the track and gone to Narnia, he's come back. Yeah. But Matt looking to get Panda on the run to turn 1.
Yeah, should be easy. He's got DRS. Yes, and he moves up into P7, and Powdy will be the next one looking to get past the McLaren. Yeah, Remco is chosen the first Grand Prix, and yeah, it's not been a great one for him. We get another podium before he retires at the end of the season. Who knows? But Powdy's got DRS. We about to make a move? No, thinks better of it at this occasion. The Bookster slightly closing in on Retrix now. Is only 3 seconds at the minute.
I don't know what happens with Riri and AMD, but he got a penalty when he got past AMD, and he's already a second and a half in front, so I don't know if he's shafted turn 1 or something, but
yeah,
take for the final points main position.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, only 11 runs left. So they've had 2 retirements so far in this race on lap 7 of the Singapore Grand Prix. So Powdy not having just a bit of with word that not being as successful as the other drivers getting past Panda, and maybe because he's on the same tyre, maybe he's struggling with the tyre temps as well. So yeah, he's keeping Panda honest, but yeah, not really made any sort of moves yet. But he has got DRS and on the start finish straight, but I think he might be too far behind. I think he's lost some bit of time there as well.
Yeah, that gap between Booster and Retract is falling fell by another half second in the last lap and a bit, so we're about to lead pretty soon. But Powdy, it's like a roadblock there, isn't it? We saw the other cars just flush past him, but Powdy having a bit of trouble, whether it's a lack of straight line speed or just a lack of pace. I don't know.
Yeah, reached the fast lap of the race. That's good for him. So this is the closest battle on the track, so we're going to stay on board with it for the time being, although it is for P8. But we'll keep an eye on the gaps of the rest of the field. So yeah, I mean, like I said, Jeff said that reckon these ultras can go to about lap 12. So expecting the first pit stops on ultra stuff around about that sort of time. But Panda, I mean, he could be doing pitting now, to be honest.
As Dre is caught to the back of Booster, so some good pace shown here from the Dre.
I think I'm going back and go on board with that because yeah, I'm getting bored of watching Powdy, to be honest, and Panda. So yeah, J-Bay, yeah, was the pole sitter for half a qualifying session. Fell down to about P8, I believe it was, but yeah, he's got some pace back in his drives.
Look at the gap between Booster and Retract.
Oh yeah, 1.5 seconds. So obviously, maybe Retract being the pack user, maybe struggling. And onto the podium, picks up a 3-second time penalty. So all 3 cars in one camera shot there. So yeah, a good battle here for the lead of the race. And personally, I think it'd be good if Dre Bay can pick up a victory. He's had some bad luck recently, but don't want to see the other guys not win either, to be honest.
I think, how do you say it? Retract or Retract?
I say Retract, yeah.
I think he suffered the same fate as Panda. I think his tyres have overheated because, I mean, just look at that gap. Look how much more speed they've taken and some good in that hairpin. I mean, it's no.
So, I mean, in your opinion, given the such gap between the pad runners and the real runners because of the tyre temps, do you think this should be the last time we see it on the calendar in this game?
Obviously it's a bit unfair to never include it because it's real OP. Maybe it should be a one-off and turn tyre carcass temperatures off because previous games, it's been a really good track for racing and I like my best league races around here. So it'd be a shame to not use it. Just maybe turn the carcass temps off because as you can see now, just look, the pad users are just nowhere. I mean, I think Retract is on pad and Booster is on wheel by the looks of his movement. He's lost almost, 4 seconds in about 5 laps or something?
Yeah.
It's just not fair. It's basically an extra race for the wheel users and a one less race for the pad users.
Yeah. And already on a short calendar as it is. But Booster looking down to make a move for first place. It looks like on the inside, and yeah, it looks like he's going to get that move done.
Ooh, contact.
A bit of contact, but Booster, Booster, Retract's hanging out on the outside, but no, he's lost that position. And
Dre on the
J-Bay,
inside.
yes, it's a great move from J-Bay there, able to capitalise on that situation.
Great opportunistic moves there from Dre. Just saw Retract get a bit of oversteer on the exit of that corner and decided he had some opportunity and Kajam, who's in it for P2, but Sophie on the back of Jay now. There's a lot of battles going on. 2 minutes ago, there were 9 battles, now there's like 3.
Yeah, it's great entertainment here from Singapore, but I'm going to stick with board with this one here for the time being. This is for the first place, so yeah, Retrex slightly dropping back, J-Bait all over the back of Booster now. We're on lap 10 of this Grand Prix, and Powdy's pitted. I forgot about that. Powdy has pitted, so he's down in P11 at a minute.
Retrax pits. Going for the undercut.
Yeah. J-Bay looking to go move into turn 1, and yes, gets that done. So J-Bay takes the lead of this race on lap 11 out of 31. So J-Bay
One great.
pulling away with that, but onto the podium, 7.5 seconds behind. So yeah, he's struggling as well at a minute. And J-Tex, but he's on the soft tyres, so he's going to look for a very long first stint. And Panda still staying out on those ultra soft tyres. Yeah,
Boogster has a lot of straight line speed. I can tell you that because he caught Dre by like 5 tenths on the back straight there. So Dre really does need to pull away before the next DRS, otherwise could be in a bit of trouble. And if these two battle, the undercut for Retrax could come into hand, and we could see him after all the pit stops got in the lead.
yeah, yeah, very much so. But that pit stop of Retrax was an early one. So I mean, can you do one? I would do personally if it's me. I'll do a 2-stop. Can you do a 1-stop round here?
That's what Jeff told me to do, so I think you can.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
But Retrax getting held up by Panda, so that won't really help his progress for the undercut.
Yeah, but he's on those.
It's painful.
Yeah, and Panda battling away there, but he's going to lose that position, I think. Yeah, Retrex goes round the outside eventually.
2 leaders in.
Okay,
Dre
so
and Boogster.
yeah, I assume they're going to do on the soft tyres, and yes, J-Bay does.
Yeah, they both do.
Yeah, both do. Yeah, so onto the podium now. Takes the lead of this race. Obviously couldn't pit then because his teammate was in. So we're going to assume that he'll pit the next lap. So
this is going to be close to Boogster from Retrax. I think Retrax has got Boogster. He has.
He has. So change of position there. Retrex not held up too much by Panda and able to jump Booster in the pit lane. But J-Bay, the net leader of this race at the minute, J-Tex and Matt, and onto the podium, still had to make a pit stop.
No, it just makes you ask. If Retrax didn't have that battle with Matt, do you reckon he could have got Dre?
It's a possibility. Yeah, he probably could have done, but we didn't see how much time he lost. Well, I didn't see how much time he lost. He obviously lost a few tenths, but yeah. But J-Bay, he was going quick, wasn't he, before he made his pit stop? So yeah, maybe we just done enough.
Fair, I'm surprised they didn't stay out a bit longer. Their pace looked good, so try to get maybe a fresher set of softs towards the end of the race, like Anthropology and Jay and Matt are doing.
It looks like to me initially when they got the fresh set of tyres on that Retrex is the fastest guy on the grid at the minute because he's over the back of J-Bay at the minute, and Boogster has dropped. Yeah, he's dropped way back.
Onto the podium in the pits.
Yeah. So we can assume that he's going on the soft side. Yes, he does. So
Retrex.
Oh, Retrex. Yeah.
Oh, he's gone off. He's got to give that position back.
Well, yes, he has. He has picked up a 3-second time penalty, but I don't know how much that would mean to J-Bay, but
yeah,
I think he's moved over.
Or just defensive. You don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great sportsmanship there from Retrex, to be fair. Yeah, so yeah, J-Bay retakes the lead of this race. So yeah, Matt and J-Tech still got a pit, but they started on the soft tyres, so they're going to be going slightly longer. Reese, but he's pitted, isn't he? He's on the ultra soft tyres, so yeah, so yeah. So battle for the lead then. Well, not battle for the lead, but battle for the net lead, I suppose, what you could say. Would be Dre Bay and Rectrex. And yeah, just say Rectrex looks like he's got the pace when he's got those fresh set of tyres on, but yeah, it's about looking after those tyres and during the race, and I think Dre Bay did a better job than that than Rectrex did during that first stint, so that's why Dre Bay was able to take the lead. So will the same thing happen at the end of the race? It depends how long J-Bay can hold on for.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is, I reckon they're going to catch Matt pretty soon, because when Drake went off the pitch, the gap was 9 seconds. Look at the gap now, 4.8. So I don't know whether Matt could play a part, but do you reckon Rectrex will get that warning removed for letting him back through? Or do you reckon the stewards won't have it on there?
I think, yeah, he could do, but I'm not sure the stewards. We've got 2 of them in the stream. I'm not sure if they removed too many of those 3-second time penalties, to be fair. So I don't really know how that works out. But yeah, it's a bit of a double whammy for Rectrex. He moved over to let Grave back through and got a 3-second time penalty. So yeah, but anyway. So we've obviously got a battle here for P6 between Robot Sophie and onto the podium. I'll keep an eye on that, but I think
there's a move going on for P8, holding up the inside of A and B.
Yeah, oh, great move. Yes. Yeah, and Panda's there as well. So there's a 3-way battle there. Yeah, Frome, who's one of the stewards, say he still cut the corner, to be honest. So yeah, I don't think they will move that penalty. I've never known them to move 3-second time penalties before, but this was a first.
Panda could go for a move here on A and B, gets enough straight line speed and maybe a cheeky dive bomb. Look, the stamp can stand it, but he keeps the stamp in his pocket.
He's stuck in his pocket. Yeah, but he looks like he's enjoying those soft tyres a lot more than he did those ultra softs. So yeah, he's finally found some pace in that McLaren. But yeah,
look, Dre and Matt, they're basically next to each other now, so this will be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I'll go back and forth with 2nd, 3rd and 4th as it is in a minute. J-Tex has got Panda's got past AMD, just missed that unfortunately.
Because AMD's in the wall.
AMD's in the wall, oh dear.
Lost his wing, that's going to have to get another pit stop, so that ultimate we-race, I think it is, into the point. Or we-rise. we-race into the point. And that's if he does pit. He might not pit, but from the look of it, he's got half front wings, so he'll be pretty slow. But never mind that, the battle continues.
Yeah, I think Jay's going to get Matt here. Yeah, easy peasy. Matt can come back at him. No, Jay covers the corner off.
I think Matt at the back of Dre, so I don't know if that'll put damage.
No, not sure. So how long can Matt hold up Rectrex for? Every little will help Dre Bay, of course. But when will we decide to pit? I'm 14 laps from those soft tyres at the minute. But yeah, so starting to feel the effects of degradation, and he stays that for another lap, as does J-Tex. So
they won't pit yet.
No. But Rectrex is going to make a move. Yeah, Matt not really even fighting that, to be honest. Maybe he's thinking of the long game. But that's given Dre Bay some breathing space. And he's only 3 seconds behind the race leader. And onto the podium in the meantime has managed to pull away from Robert Sophie. So he's got P6 nailed down for the time being. And Panda and Paldi are very close together on track. So let's have a look at that. This is a battle for P8. And
Wow.
Panda's got DRS, and yeah, makes that move, and yeah, he moves his move to P8. Looked very easy, that did. Don't see too many
Oh, that was a lot
drivers.
of straight line speed.
Yeah,
AMD pits.
but Panda finds himself 21 seconds behind Robert Sophie in P7, so that first stint cost him a hell of a lot of time.
What is it? Rectrex hasn't actually lost that much time to Dre. He's only 1.7 seconds back, so he only really lost about a second behind Matt. I thought it'd be a bit more, to be fair, with the pace comparison between Dre and Matt. But Rectrex, he seems to have more pace, doesn't he? I mean, just look at the gap; it's coming down. So just
Yeah,
whether or not Rectrex can get that move done.
and also it's yeah, he's gonna have to think about um, the tyres as well. Obviously, Jay did a better job on managing his tyres in the first stint, but it's a different tyre compound, so we shall see. So Dre Bay now 2.1 seconds behind, well less than 2 seconds now behind J Tech, so closing in on the race leader, and he's bringing Retrix along with him. So gone past halfway stage of this race now. So thankfully it wasn't a wet race because I didn't fancy a long night tonight.
This is going to be crucial when Dre gets past Jay, because if he gets past coming into that last sector, that's going to really harm Rectrex. But if it's in the first sector, it won't harm Rectrex too much because he'll be able to get past at some point as well. So this will be interesting, and whether or not Jay actually fights it, because as we saw with Matt, he backed off. So Jay could fight it maybe, as he's not going to get moved on here. So if I was Rectrex, I'd probably feel confident because this will allow him to catch up into the through this last sector and to get DRS. Hopefully, if he can catch him up. So this could really force these two leaders together and cause a big battle.
Yeah, as Matt picks up a 15 time penalty, and we shall see what happens in the next few seconds as J Bay will have DRS on JTEX. I mean, might try and make a move before there, but no, thinks better of it. But yeah, it's an easy run. Yeah, Jade's struggling big time.
And
I think,
Rectrex gets in.
yeah. So Jade losing 2 positions on one straight there.
But look how close Rectrex is to Dre. He's 4 tenths behind. If he can keep this gap through this right hand lane, should really be in with a shout of taking the lead coming into turn 5, I believe. So
Yeah,
this could be very interesting.
that was a crucial overtake from Retrix there on Jade to stay within touching distance of Dre Bay as well. So it looks like this will be a race to the finish between these two. Doesn't look like there's anyone else on the field, well on the track that can challenge these two at the minute.
Boogstar, his pace is really he's not even past Matt yet. So I don't know what's going on with Boogstar. I don't know if he's hit the wall and got some damage or what. His front wing looks alright, but actually no damage on the front wing, so I don't know. He looked really fast on those old softs, but on the set of softs he's nowhere. He could maybe fall back into the clutches onto the podium or Sophie even.
Yeah, yeah, had a great first stint, but the second stint has not been as good for him. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully, he doesn't get held up too much by Matt, and who's still on those soft tyres, doing 17 laps now. And they're feeling the pinch a little bit.
Yeah, I expect a pit stop any lap now from these soft runners because the soft should comfortably be able to go to the end from here.
Yeah,
Jay stays out. Right, his pace. I don't know, he seems to be fast catching up, but then he'll slowly drop off as though, ignore me if he catches about 3 tenths in the first 2 corners, so clearly I don't know what I'm on about.
maybe
He
he's
could be with a shout.
maybe struggling in dirty air from the back of that Renault.
Yeah.
So Jay is in P for the minute, but he is obviously going to drop down to probably about P7 or something like that when he pits. And the same for Matt, it'll be P7, P8 when they come to pit as well. So yeah, as obviously trying to do a different strategy, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out that well for him, to be honest. So yeah, yeah, we keep on board of this battle for the first place.
It was, I think, oh, yellow flag got three.
Reese
We
is
read
retired. Would that bring out a safety
bottom.
car? Probably not.
Depends where it was, but Ferguson's got past Matt finally about what 5 laps off to everybody else. So, but
Yeah,
this gap between Retrex and Dre, it's hovering, isn't it, around about 7 tenths. He can't get close enough to overtake, but he isn't falling back for Dre to get some clean air. So it's a bit of a tricky situation that Retrex has been put in. Obviously, with that penalty, he's really got to make the move.
yeah. Reese lost it on the last corner. So unfortunate for him. Your Lightning Kimmy in the chat. There's 2 races left, Kimmy, which is Brazil next week and Abu Dhabi at the end of the season. So
The two soft runners pit.
yeah, they've gone to be ultra soft tyres.
Yep, both of
So
them.
no one's decided to run the Hubbersoft this week. So yeah,
Not surprising.
no. Jay in P6 and Matt in P7. So they'll score some good points.
P8.
Yeah, and oh yeah, sorry, yeah,
Panda
Panda's
got
actually
past.
haven't got past. So yeah, looks like Matt could probably get past Panda. He's only a couple of seconds behind him. But I think Jay, 12 seconds behind Sophie. I don't think he's going to make much more progress, to be honest. But
He could do.
well, 12 laps, 12 seconds, maybe just less than that now. But we'll
Panda
see. We'll
time.
keep an eye on that. Yeah. J Bay beginning to pull away slightly from Retrex. Over a second gap now.
Mm. There's a bit of an difference as well. Draybray able to save more ERS than Rectrex, so that'll aid him in pulling away. Yeah, look, he's lost about what 8 tenths this lap, so I'd say this is Dre's race to lose right now. But I'm just surprised this race for me. Good start. I don't know how. It took so fast in that first spin, but look, 11.2 seconds off already, and we still
Yeah.
got 10 more laps to go.
Yeah, so yeah, I can see that onto the podium, ever so slightly closing in on Boogster. So yeah, whether we see onto the podium actually get a podium in this race tonight will be interesting.
Yeah, but the closest that one track at the minute is Matt and Panda. Matt's closed right up to the back of Panda, carrying a lot more speed through every single corner. As you'd expect on the upsofts, probably a simple move down inside into turn one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty simple to me.
yeah. So Matt, yeah, up into P7, and he's about 9 seconds off Jay, who was on the same strategy. So I think that's probably the best that Matt's going to hope for tonight, barring any retirements.
Yeah, I also what who's winning the championship?
Matt by two
Matt's
points.
winning it.
Let me get
So
the tables up again. I think yeah, but I think his closest rival was his teammate. If I remember rightly, let me get the tables up.
who's his teammate off the bat?
Oh no, actually, sorry, but no, he's got 2 points lead over ahead of Boogster. So Boogster will
So
take the
good
lead of
stuff.
this race. Take the lead of the championship.
Crucial.
Yeah, yeah. JTEX is 44 points. So he's not going to gain too many on that. But Boogster, what is he in? Third place. So he'll
10 points.
yeah, 10 points. And Matt will be on 4. So yeah, ran about a 4
4 point lead.
4 point lead. Yeah.
I'm guessing this race will end my championship hopes. Unfortunately, next season I'll
Yes.
have to get a domination.
Well, we thought we was
And
going to see that
PSL.
this season, didn't we? But
I had to give everyone a head start, but I guess I ended up tripping over my own sock, so
yeah, very much so.
unfortunate.
So yeah,
Sophie on the back of the onto the podium now, or closing onto the back onto the podium. Could see a battle there in a couple of laps.
yeah. So yeah, it looks like yeah, Retrex not able to look after those tyres as well as Drebe's doing, and I think that's what's causing Drebe to pull away ever so slightly. So yeah, as you say, Drebe's race to lose, but Sophie now closing in slightly onto the podium, and yeah, JTEX is about 5.5 seconds behind. So yeah, JTEX could make another position, well, another two positions actually. To be fair, depends how hard Robert Sophie onto the podium in that battle.
Red Track's beginning to catch on to the back of Dre again, so it's a bit of a back and forth battle for the lead.
Yeah, but Retrex has got two time penalties now, and I can't remember at all seeing Drebe's name pop up on the screen. So yeah, I think obviously Retrex got to pass him on track and get a 6 second gap between himself and Drebe, I believe, from what I can remember. So that's a big ask back. So we've got 8 laps left of this Grand Prix. It's not been obviously the lack of drivers on the grid has taken the excitement away ever so slightly, but it's been an entertaining race nonetheless. So yeah, I quite enjoyed this one despite my fatigue and illness.
We worship you, JP, for all the hard work you put into the PSGL community.
Yeah, I'll be rewarded in heaven.
You will.
Yeah.
Poor
So
soul.
yeah, that gap between Sophie and onto the podium doesn't look like it's well, no, Sophie's closed in slightly, a couple of tenths here and there, but it's not. She wouldn't exactly say she's closing them down. But I'll tell you, who's on charge is JTEX, 4 and a bit seconds. So took a second out of so far on that last lap.
So you said it couldn't be done. I said it could. And guess who's right? Me.
Well, I mean, catching is one thing, passing is quite another, as a famous commentator once said.
I didn't say that.
No. And hello, Fran Games. Not sure. That must be VSR Francis. You will see the golden steering wheel at the pearly gates. Unfortunately for him, I'm on pad, so yeah, golden pad will do for me.
From PS4 controller.
Yeah.
Sophie's dream.
I just want me the 2 podiums I've had in PSGL nailed on a plaque or something.
You've had 2 podiums.
Yeah.
Well, that's 2 more than I thought you'd had.
Hey?
That's 2 more than I thought you'd had.
As I say, how many points have you got in FP? I think you got 2. I think I'm beating you by 1 point. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I've been slitting the Williams every week.
Well, that's not my.
It's not my fault either.
well, that sucks.
You get put in the Ferrari, I get put in the Williams, and I'm only 1 point behind or whatever.
Here
I'm joking.
Here lays
You're
JP
fast in your
Speedwood.
ways. Yeah, JP Speedwood.
Quick driver, quick witted. JTEX has actually lost some ground. He's 5 seconds behind now, so he's obviously made a mistake somewhere. So yeah, dropped off a little bit.
Maybe 50 ultras off swearing.
Yeah. And yeah, just about a second half gap now between the top two. So yeah, not many battles on track in a minute, unfortunately, in the closing stages of this Grand Prix. But yeah, I think the battle between Sophie and onto the podium is one,
Ooh,
and Matt pits a 3 second time penalty, but I don't think that's gonna. Well, we're saying
it
that
will.
Panda's only 1 and a bit seconds behind him, so Panda's has been able to stick pretty close to Matt since he was overtaken by him.
Very good pace from Panda, representing the McLaren. Doing me
Yeah,
proud. See my name all the way down there, 13th. Whoa.
yeah, and a big massive DNF next to it.
It's shaded out just to hide the shame.
Yeah.
9 tenths though, he's catching. 8 tenths. 7.
Oh my god, I'll go back and bolt this then.
5. Wow.
Matt
Panda's
is.
kicked it into Panda time. That was a terrible joke.
Yeah, Panda time. Yeah, not the best, but obviously we thought Matt would just pull away from Panda, but obviously it's not as black as white as black or white as that, is it?
No,
No.
he's all over the place. He's
Yeah.
hitting every wall that exists. Sophie catching onto the podium a little bit as well, so
Oh, both the Ferrari and the ball on the coming up to the last corner.
giving it the kick of life.
Yeah. So Panda,
Could go for it,
he,
eh?
no, he thinks better of it. He's gonna have to do it in the main DRS straight, if I can call it that.
Back straight, I think you'd find it's called.
Well, whatever. Back straight. Yeah, actually pushing along now. To be honest, Panda's already going out to the outside
Matt
or the
lifting up.
inside. Yeah, looked quite easy that from Panda. To be fair, I'm not sure what Matt's issue is, where he's struggling with tire temps already, and he's already had those Ultrasofts on for 6 laps. And I think actually JTEX is falling way behind now, so those
All
Ultrasofts
the other software is showing, well,
only did 6 laps before they started wearing off, and that is a shame. But
shambles.
it is the progress of a battle really. We thought JTEX might come through the field, but oh, was yellow flag in sector one?
It's AMD letting the top two pass.
Okay,
Don't
so
get too excited. Hold your horses.
no, so the battle for P4 now is only about on track between onto the podium and Sophie. As we got 4 laps to go of this Singapore Grand Prix.
Look at the gap between Rectrex and Boogstar. I mean, they could pit and almost go in front of him.
Oh yeah,
Boogstar's having a nightmare. P3
yeah,
both still on the podium.
yeah. But I suppose it is a long way behind the leaders, but a podium is not to be sniffed at, nonetheless.
That. Sophie showing some good pace though, to be fair.
Yeah, very much so.
And Panda, wow. 3 seconds, Panda's pulled to Matt already.
Wow. Maybe he can
Told he'll be
catch.
licking his lips.
Maybe 25 seconds on. Yeah, it's a big ass. Maybe Panda can try and catch Jay, but just over 8 seconds. I'm not sure that's doable, to be honest, but you never know. Rectrex has many penalty. Yeah, we knew that, to be honest, Mika. Um, so yeah, I think although Rectrex has actually, I know, just gaps fluctuating a little bit, but yeah, I think Drebate has won this race, providing he can actually bring the car home in the next 3 laps.
You never know, we could have a we could have a Lucy on our hands last lap.
Oh
in
God,
England.
yeah, that would be unfortunate.
And funny.
Or see another Frizzo.
Yeah. Get a bit of a JP lap in action.
Yeah,
It's possible around here though, to be fair, because sometimes you get oversteer coming out that final corner and blam, you're in the wall.
it's a very unforgiving track if you make a mistake, Singapore. So yeah, obviously being a street track, the nature of it is if you make any kind of small error, it's going to cost you some carbon fibre, unfortunately. Whereas
And
our
carbon
tracks,
fiber's expensive.
yeah, whereas at other tracks you can get grass or huge runoff areas that could possibly save you. You don't get such luxuries around this circuit. But
You get it some places,
yeah, I
further
did,
on.
yeah,
It's Monaco with the walls, but a bit further back.
yeah.
Sophie's been halted in her charge for P4.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, like I said, maybe it's not as easy to pass as it is to just catch up to the back of the car. So obviously, you do suffer from the dirty air at the back of the car that you're chasing. So whether that's contributing into Sophie's lack of progress or not, I do not know.
Penalties would play a factor at the end of this Grand Prix. Obviously in F6 we saw penalties throw the race into the air, and whoever landed first won the race. We saw everyone have penalties and nobody had penalties, and Fishback off. Fifth ended up winning the race. So
Yeah,
I don't think we'll get. I don't think anybody has. I don't think Dre has a 26-second penalty though. So I think Sophie's hopes are over winning the race. If she's going for a move on onto the podium, can't make it stick though.
they're looking
Squeezes.
around the outside, but couldn't get that move done, unfortunately.
Good
But
try though. Just didn't work.
yeah, not close enough to make a move at a minute, unfortunately.
Definitely got
But
the pace over onto the podium though.
but Sophie will Sophie will have a DRS on the start finish straight, so that could be an opportunity.
Look at Matt, 8 seconds behind Panda now.
Yeah,
And Panda's, I think he's closing on Jay.
yeah, he's closed about just less than 2 seconds, but yeah, he's not going to get past them, unfortunately. So
It's
Sophie
not that lap.
right at the back of onto the podium's chuff now. So will he make a move down into turn one?
You can smell the
Not
fumes coming out of that Renault.
not the best of exits, but it's just closing in, and they can't make a move, unfortunately, too far back. As we're on the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. Oh no,
Oh
onto the
no!
podium! Oh my God, how did onto the podium avoid
Onto
the
the
wall?
podium, he's just got off the podium. I wasn't even in the podium position anyway. Ignore
No.
me.
Oh dear, I don't know
Oh,
how he got away with any wind damage. It looks like he was heading towards the wall, but yeah, somehow avoided it. So yeah, he's
incredible driving.
still maintaining his fifth place, but yeah, Robot Sophie up into P4.
I bet Sophie's a bit scared that he might hit the wall and ricochet like a squash ball and take her out.
Well, yeah, I mean FP on Tuesday night, we had 19 drivers on track. It was a mess to try and avoid cars spinning in front of you, but no such dramas for people here tonight.
No, I had a bit of drama in it. He pushed the car into me, but we won't go
I
into
was
that.
nowhere near you.
Ah, you think what you want to think, JP.
I'll look back on the stream. I was nowhere near you. Someone else pushed Oogie, not me.
Alright. But
Uh,
to be fair, onto the podium isn't dropping off that much.
no,
Only a second. Well, not even a second. Or three-quarters of a second.
so
I think this will be the only battle we have in the last lap,
yeah, this
unfortunately.
is the last lap of a Grand Prix. So I'm on board with the race leader. He's got a 2 second, well, just under 2 second gap now. But yeah, even if he was to have a moment, he still has got that penalty. Well, Retric still has his penalty, so he's got a comfortable margin. Dre Bay has. I can't remember seeing his name kind of on screen with that penalties. But anyway, he
He might have blinked.
ends. Well, I'm half asleep, so it could well have been. But Dre Bay is in the final sector now as he comes underneath the tunnel. And yeah, it comes through to the final corner. And J-Bay will win his first race, which I think is for a long time, ever since last season, I believe. So, great result for J-Bay there. And Retrix comes home in P2. And Boogster 23 seconds behind. So, yeah, even a 6 second penalty Retrix has, it's not going to be enough for Boogster to jump in. Yeah, that's a big gap, but it's a podium nonetheless. So, Bagatti, if you wouldn't mind, could you invite the top three to the party?
If I have no more friends with,
Oh, right, okay, I don't know if you...
I
Jesus.
have Dre, I know that much, I think. Oh, I might have a couple of them.
Mm.
Some useful jokers.
Yeah, you do have your
Don't have right
uses.
tracks.
Yeah.
Don't have Dre. I'm not useful.
Well, okay, I'll do it then. Matt just driven to the wall in anger, but will come home in P8. And Paoli will come home in P9.
Incredible.
Yeah, so just wait for him to cross the line, and that is your Singapore GP over. And AMD was able to come home in P10, so he scores a point in the championship. So just have a quick classification. That is the podium. So there you go. That's a classification for you. Dre Bay wins the race. Retrex in second. Boost in third. Sophie in fourth. Onto the podium in fifth. Panda in sixth. JTEX in seventh. Matt in eighth. Powell in ninth. For AMD. Last person to cross the line in P10. So better me second, guys, or I shall invite the top three to the party. How do you spell Directrix's name? Is it D-A-R?
D-A-underscore Rex. It's capital D, A underscore R, capital R, E.
It's D underscore then R and yeah, okay.
D-A
Uh,
underscore, capital D, small a, underscore, capital R, little baby E, capital T, little baby R, little
oh,
baby
so I got
E,
it. I got it.
and then a capital F.
But it's just
It's called
Boogster.
OMC booster actually.
Right. That is everyone invited. Right. Bear with me a second. I'll get these interview underway. Right. So yeah, congratulations, Dre, on your victory there. First one of the season, I do believe. Um, so it was a great initial qualifying from you when you was P1 at the halfway stage of the session, but obviously the weather dried up and the time started getting quicker, obviously, and you found yourself down towards the back of the grid. But you must have had a great start to the race because you found yourself near the front and you was able to get yourself into the top three at the early stages of the race. So, how was it? Obviously, tell us about your start.
Yeah, no, you're right. Qualifying, I knew we only had one shot, so when I came to turn one, I lost the rear end. I got that lap invalidated, so I knew I'd be tumbling down the grid. So, coming into the race, I just said I'm gonna go for it. I mean, my season's gone down the drain anyway, so I had nothing to lose, and got a really good start. I've had some people on the outside, and I just used the traction of the ultra soft, so I knew I could stretch them to lap 10 or 11. So I knew that the tire wear was going to be an issue. And yeah, it was important to get up in the top five.
Mm.
So yeah, that really made my race.
So, obviously, we saw you battling with Retrex for the in the early stages, well, towards the end of your of a stint. Was it just your better time management from your point of view? Do you think?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I felt like I had the pace wet or dry, to be honest. But I also knew that I could manage my tires probably a lot better than most of the guys on the pad. So yeah, I just used that to my advantage, and I was really patient and just had a lot of fun. That was one of my best races.
Well, yeah. Congratulations, Bugatti. Do you have any questions you want to ask our race winner?
No.
Okay, I'll move on to Retrex then. Retrex, so you started in P2. You made a crucial move for the lead of the race down to turn one. You looked like you was pulling away. You had some great pace at the early stages of the race, but then towards the end of his stint, you was getting caught by Boogster and Drebe. Was it just because you the tyres were just they were just falling away from you? Was that the issue?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's really hard to keep the temperatures down when you're on the pad.
Yeah,
Like I tried my absolute best to keep them as low as possible, but at one point they just overheat and yeah, from there on it was just trying to be as fast as I could.
yeah. And obviously you made your pit stop before the others, so you managed to jump Boogster back into second place. But obviously, looking back on it, do you think you could have done anything else to maybe try and overtake Dre and win the race, or do you think the tire temps were just too much of an issue for you?
I think the tire temperatures were just too much of an issue.
Yeah. Well, okay, never mind. Congratulations on your second place anyway. So we're gonna move on to our third podium, Boogster. Um, so yeah, um, obviously you was one of the drivers that did have a great start as well, and again you had some great pace at the beginning of the race, and it looked like you was very comfortable on those ultra soft tyres. But me and Big Gatty were talking in the commentary, and it seems like once you put the soft tyres on, your pace just fell away from you. Perhaps you could explain why you think that might have happened.
Yeah, I was really struggling on the softs. Uh, don't know why, but onto the podium and Sophie were catching me, so it wasn't good, and I was just getting further and further away from Rayberg and Ritrix, so it wasn't good.
But yeah, third place, obviously a great result anyway. Big Gatty, do you want to ask anyone any questions, or shall I just move on to someone else?
Wait. There's only three people.
No, I was going to move on to
Uh,
the other. You've got any more questions about the race you want to ask anybody?
no, I just want to congratulate everyone on getting a podium. You all had very good races. Please don't perform that well next week. I want to win. So,
Okay. Okay. So go back to Drebe again. Brazil next week. So thoughts about Brazil?
Um, I don't really have any good memories there. I mean, last season I felt like I could have won that race, and then Chulo blew my car up with leg. So that was my only other race there. So yeah, I don't really have good memories. So, but I mean, I guess it's an opportunity to make new ones. So I'm excited for that race. I do okay there. So yeah, I'll look for another top five, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and same question to you, Retrex.
Um, yeah, honestly, I think I should win the race pretty. Yeah, I wouldn't say easily, but like it's one of my better tracks, and I don't have any problems with tire temperatures. So if I can just like get a good quali lap and a clean race start, I should be able to win the race, I think.
Okay, very confident. And Boogs, the same question to you.
I like the track, but I'm not very quick in Brazil.
Okay. Well, again, that's just for me to say. Well, congratulations to all you guys again for the podium, and thank you to Bugatti for stepping into the commentary box after his early retirement.
you're very
And
welcome.
I'll be here next Sunday at the same time for the Brazilian F3 Grand Prix. But in the meantime, I'll be here same time tomorrow night for the F2 race. So catch me there and have a good night.